Hey, good morning, everybody. Hope you guys are having a fantastic morning. My name is Adam, and I'm back with you for another video. So far today, I'm actually just kind of watching TV this morning and just getting caught up on the news a little bit. So, right now, I'm just gonna tell you a little bit of a story this morning. It's just gonna be one clip today. So far, that's pretty much what I'm gonna do today. Talk to you about tell you a story today about myself, so you guys can get better idea of who I am. So, I've been raised in a Christian home. So, I used to be pretty active. I'm a pretty active person. I like to go to sporting events and stuff like that, and sometimes you will see some videos on that as well. So, so I will be doing some sporting events with that. So, and that should be for, and I also, and I'm also into video games, which I like to do sometimes on my free time. Let's see. And I've also spent 5.5 years on dialysis due to kidney failure. I have a separate video coming on that. I'm not going to go into too much detail on that in this video. But I do like to hike a lot, so I am definitely a hiking type person. So you might see some videos on that as well. But it's actually not in the hiking season anymore. So you might have to wait until next summer for that. So. Sometimes I like to correlate with what month my dad would like to go on hikes and stuff like that, so we can get out and into the great outdoors and just venture out on a hike. Let's see, what else do I like? I'm also a big hockey fan, so as most of you know, I definitely have I will definitely be having the city of Seattle is actually having a new NHL team, if you guys already haven't heard yet. So, that should be coming up probably by the next season. So, but we don't know if we're going to be starting up a new season or not this year because of the COVID-19 stuff. So, hopefully it does, but the WHL, the Northwest Hockey League over here is actually is actually starting next month, and I think they said it was on the 14th, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, it should be probably sometime within the next month or so. So that'll be pretty fun to do. That'll be good. Hopefully, I'm hoping that they'll get that up. I'm also a big NFL fan. I'm actually a Seahawks fan, as you can tell. Today we're actually playing the Cardinals. We're playing Arizona today, so, and it's a home game for us. So yeah, that should be a pretty good game. It should be a pretty good, fun, epic game. So we'll see what happens. I'm just hoping my team wins. I'm hoping we come out on top so we can regain first place again. So yeah, it's kind of wet out this morning though. My story definitely pertains to a couple of things, but here's an interesting side note on this. I remember one time that one night when I was listening to a Mariners game. This was back in '95. This was actually back in 1995, and I was actually listening to the Mariners game on the radio. So I would have actually watched it on the TV, but it was getting past bedtime, so I decided to listen to the rest of the game, listen to the game on the radio. And all of a sudden, I just heard some rattling coming from my dresser, and I was like, wait a minute. I was like, Dad, stop shaking my dresser. And then I heard no response initially. And then that's when it clicked, and I was like, oh crap, we're having an earthquake, aren't we? I was like, Mom, what? And I said, Mom, what is that? And she said it was an earthquake. I was like, oh crap, I was right. So we got downstairs, and the power was out for about probably like a good 25 minutes or so. And my uncle was at that game, so, and they said that they had to evacuate the stadium because of the quake. And I was like, holy macaroni. I was like, this is not good. So that was pretty interesting. So that was kind of interesting. So, but yeah, that was something that I never thought that would actually ever happen. And then that was my very first earthquake. Here's another side effect. Here's another interesting story about this. There was another time where me and my sister were coming back from swimming lessons, and we were sitting at the traffic light, just not too far from where our swimming lessons were taking place. And all of a sudden, this car started shaking back and forth, and I was like, Dad, stop shaking the car, because my dad has a victorious thing for shaking the car. And I was like, Dad, are you shaking the car again? And I was like, no. And then I asked my sister and see if she was, because she also has a tendency to jump in and do something like that. And she said no, and I was like, I'm not doing it either. And I looked up, and we were like, oh boy. I was like, we're going through an earthquake. Oh, right at the traffic light. I was like, well, there you go. It's an earthquake, dude. I was like, well, then it's an earthquake then. So that was kind of funny. That was my second earthquake. That first one that I told you about the 95 quake, that was my first one. And here's another one. When I was this was actually 19 years ago. This was 19 years ago. So yeah, this was actually 19 years ago. I remember this vividly, and because we were in the weight room when this actually happened, and all of a sudden the building started swaying back and forth, and I was like, uh-oh. And I was like, uh-oh, don't tell me that's an earthquake. And the teacher said, get behind the wall, get outside of the wall. And it was an earthquake. I was like, oh, shoot. And that was the strongest earthquake I've ever felt. So, yeah, that was the strongest quake I've ever felt in my life. I've never felt something like that before. Because that was a strong jolt. That was one heck of an earthquake, though. I can tell you that much right now. So, but yeah. So anyways, that's going to be all for my story for today. So, if you did like this video, please give me a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you are new. And I will catch you guys all in the next video. Take care.